My cousin was a pitcher on that curve, he got that scholarship. On campus, he's the man, throwing heat as he was hot as shit. But then he hurt his arm. Senior year's time to prove it. Started taking painkillers so he could play and keep it moving. Scouts watching, couldn't lose him, so he took more and he kept using. For he knew it, he's abusing fastballs and two seams. Too clean, but now he's losing weight.
Whoever sees this and subscribes right now will get a free L. Drake's got plenty. And when we run out of those, we'll give away free lawsuits. What's going on, Hilltop Mafia? It's only Knox Hill. We are back the reaction series. So today, man, I have to hit the big pause button on this album breakdown because Kendrick Lamar is only gone and dropped a music video to Squabble up. You know the assignment. But before we get any further, listen, if you like the hoodie that I'm wearing, we got hats, we got shirts, we got hoodies, knoxhilldmv.com. Go rep the brand. Go get it out there. Cop your merch. It really does go a long way to support the channel. Again, I'll put all links down there. But anyways, know what we're here for. Kendrick, step back up to the plate. Let's see what you got.
God knows.
Oh, I like that.
I am
reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on. I need her, my babies.
woke up looking for the broccoli. Hot key, keep a horn on me. That come my seat. IP ownership. The blueprint is by me. Mr. Get Off, I get off at my feet.
Ooh. I love that.
A yeet nigga couldn't try me in a tri-state. Buddy pass, bet I give him splash till he hydrated. Bounce out, know he spook town, eyes dilated. I got the money and the power, both gyrating. I feel good, get the fuck out my thighs. Look good, but she don't got no ties. I walk in, walk.
All right, let's talk about this because there's already so much happening. And what I love too is that there's simplicity to it. There's sort of this minimalistic value, right? In terms of the shot, the same camera setting, the same scenery, but different things happen behind him. It's got a little bit of that Not Like Us video vibes, but he's got just these different Easter eggs throughout that we need to talk about and dive into. And first thing that came to my mind,
I am
that aesthetic. Where have I seen that before? That's an East Coast shout out. That's a shout out to the roots, the movement. And listen, shout out to Philly. Shout out to Black Thought, one of my personal greatest MCs of all time. I played my first show ever in Philly. I filmed my first music video in Philly. I'm an East Coast boy. I got so much time and love for the roots. But that is the roots, the movement music video. You know what? No. We're going to do a side-by-side. That's crazy. That's crazy. I love that already to open up, right? And then obviously you have the LA sign. You have the West Coast shout out. You have Kendrick rocking the Dodger blue. We got a track on this album, LA Dodger blue. He's rocking the belt that he wears within the album cover. And then that blue, representing the Crips as well, comes into play because he shows Bloods later on off to the side. And that for me is a reflection of the Pop Out concert and him uniting hoods, uniting different gangs, bringing people together.
Reincarnated.
Even the girl dancing on the left, right? Rocking the tennis skirt. I wonder if that's like a Serena Williams and Venus Williams nod, right? LA again. That came into the battle with Drake. And Kendrick warned Drake off with Serena. I feel like that's tying in there too.
Life goes on. I need her, my babies.
Woke up looking for the broccoli. Hot key, keep a horn on me. That come my seat. IP ownership. The blue.
You know what's dope too is like sort of like Not Like Us. There's all this drama. There's this huge beef going on, even at the Pop Out concert. And Kendrick just seems so nonchalant. It's almost like the world is falling apart. Chaos incarnate is happening around him, and he knows it because he's at the center of it. And yet he just seems so abstract from it all. So just away from it, and yet still so in control of everything going on. You know, that's that vibe throughout that he just exudes with the way he's carrying himself. And even like later on, when he's got the body posture and he just kind of crosses the arms, right?
It's by me. Mr. Get Off, I get off at my feet.
Yeah, right there. And just that look, like I could care less. And yet he's the one who is just the movement creator right now. I mean, #1 trending on YouTube, 4 million views, less than 24 hours. This is popping.
A yeet nigga couldn't try me in a tri-state. Buddy pass, bet I give him splash till he hot.
RJ Mr. LA right there in the back. He just tries to sneak through, doing a little West Coast bop, right? But he was at the Pop Out.
Splash till he hydrated. Bounce out, know he spook town.
Everything about this video, besides obviously the roots call out, still screams West Coast, homage, and vibes. You got gang members, that's why they're covered up, right? They don't want to actually be seen and be, you know, noted on the video. But there's the Bloods coming together.
In the power, both gyro.
There's Kendrick in his Crip gear in the middle.
I feel good, get the fuck out my thighs. Look good, but she don't got no ties. I walk in.
What's it do with the watch in the back? I'm not sure about that reference.
Walk out with the side.
Maybe like a classic Rolly watch shout out right there.
Man, don't let me know what the prize. What the fuck? I got hits, I got bucks, I got new paper cuts, I got friends, I got foes, but they all sitting ducks. Hit his turf, finger cracking, double back like a deluxe.
How to be more like Kendrick for Dummies. I wonder if Drake got the first edition of that book.
I got friends, I got foes, but
And right here, that is the Marcus Garvey flag. The Pan-African American flag. We're going to drop some knowledge on this one, right? And this is coming from a white dude. So we got the black, obviously representing the skin color, but representing strength at the same time. You got the red for the blood that was bled through slavery, that was given. You've got the green representing the motherland of Africa, growth, nourishment, strength. So you've got those colors as reflected on the American flag. Man, that's a statement and a half again from
they
Kendrick.
all sitting ducks. Hit his turf, finger cracking, double back like a deluxe. 50
Hang on, his belt change there. His belt had like flowers on it. Growth?
50 deep, but it ain't deep enough. Fuck a plate, there you go. BD Mark falling from.
What does that dude have on his shirt right there? HY. I need a close-up. Is there any close-ups of
I
him?
got new paper cuts, I got friends, I got foes, but they
I feel like I don't want to get there yet. I don't want to say too much out of
all
pocket.
sitting ducks. Hit his turf,
I saw it more there.
cracking, double back like a deluxe. 50 deep, but it ain't deep enough.
Yeah. Feels like a hyphy movement, right? That's a bass shout out. It's got to be. Shout out E40. Shout out hyphy movement.
Fuck a plate, there you go. BD Mark falling from.
It's got that vibe.
Tree and it grow throughout the month.
Again, you have just like different dances, different facets of West Coast culture just being shouted out and nodded to throughout this video so far, man. It's
Bit
dope.
of movie at the camera speed off.
There it is. California, hyphy area. Yes.
I feel good, get the fuck out my thighs. Look good, but she don't got no ties. I walk in, walk out with the size. Man, don't let me know what the prize. Squabble up, squabble up.
Hang on. No. Too much happening again. Obviously, the song is called Squabble Up. We can't have it be Squabble Up. And when he gets to that hook and starts going Squabble Up without a squabble happening, so the squabble goes down.
I feel
Right there.
good, get the fuck out.
Hood Love. Radio Raheem, right? It's a Spike Lee shout out. Right? What is he? Because doesn't he have Hood Love on that? But he holds it out. It's a Radio Raheem.
Thighs.
Off to the right.
Look good.
Off to the right. Right here. Right? Again, remember I talked about sort of the 80s nostalgic vibes and feels to the color palette, the vintage. That is a shout out to a West Coast legend in Ice-T. Ice-T album cover, Power. Right there at the back. Her, that's the same angle, same shoddy, same everything. Devil's in the details, baby.
Look good, but she don't got no ties. I walk in, walk out with the size.
Notice how Squabble's happening again, and Kendrick in the center of it all. Yet again, that's important to me. He's always in the dead center of it while all this chaos happens around him. Still in control, still performing, still doing what he does while all this goes down, right? You got the dancing, you got the LA culture, you got the Ice-T shout out, you got the movie references, the Spike Lee, more LA culture shout out, you got the squabble happening in the streets like he's talked about. It's all going down.
Walk in, walk out with the size. Man, don't let me know what the prize.
And then she comes in and clocks him. Let's go. She got it right, baby. Get him with that hook.
Squabble up.
What? And then she takes his belt.
Squabble up. Squabble up. Squabble up. Squabble up.
Hang on.
Thunk, baby, rockin' it. Quid pro.
Too much again, man. I love all this. So right here, right on the right, MENACE. I'm trying to see if they're actually going to spell something. That's a Soul Train. Soul Train Scrabble. Shout out on the right. And then the God Saves Gangsters too. I've seen that. but I feel like that's got to be like a West Coast ministry type of shout out. And they were at the pop out, weren't they? Is that the Cuzzo sisters? I think so. There's a lot of LA pop. This feels like a continuation. One of Not Like Us, and then two of the pop out concert. And then it just has spilled out into the world of this music video. Feels like some classic references again, though. The nostalgia to it all. Also, if I'm not breaking down the lyrics, it's because I did a full deep dive into this. Like, I broke the shit out of this already. And I'm going to put that link below if you want to check out the lyric video breakdown. Break down the music video this time. Oh, there it is. 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 We got something. Omnia est aliquid. Is that Latin? I feel like I got to go back to Latin class. We got Latin roots here. I don't know what that is. I'm going to look that up. That is Latin for everything is something. That feels like a very Kendrick statement. You know what? That feels like a Mr. Morale in the Big Stepper statement. An Eckhart Tolle type of statement right there in philosophy. Everything is something. And sort of this universality to it all. This unification and you know, the butterfly effect. And everything has consequences and connections throughout this world, throughout nature, throughout life and humanity. Thunk, baby. That's another West Coast shout out. Right, obviously you got the Mexican vibes now. But who is that? Why can't I think of this? That's another pop out shout out. Even the party in the background too. Oh, I'm so mad at myself for missing this one. You're gonna have to comment below on that one. Know if you clocking it. Brody won't go, but I know that he popping it. Look at that, he doesn't even care about saying his own lyrics. Tickets on sale till I silenced it. See, that's the difference, right? He wrote his own lyrics, so he doesn't even care that he has to say them, right? Whereas Drake really cares about what he's saying because you're not sure if he wrote his own lyrics or not, so he's got to drive that point home. Yeah, that was shots fired by me. It happens. Brody won't go, but I know that he popping it. It was worth tickets on sale till I silenced it. Pipe down, young, these some whole other politics. Nate Dogg, G-Funk Classics, baby. Volume 1 and 2. I don't even have to see the rest of the CD. Come on. Shout out to Nate Dogg. Rest in peace to a legend. That's why you have the flowers underneath, the funeral flowers. And what's Kendrick doing? Is he holding... R.I.P. He's holding a candlelight vigil off to the left. Yep. That's a lot of bitch. Don't hit him. He got kids with him. My apologies. Ghetto child. He was black. Don't hit him. He got kids with him. And then he nods over to the kid. R.I.P. He might be holding a different vigil. Not just for Nate Dogg, but he might be holding a vigil to Drake. And that might be just a visual little nod and subtle just sly shot that way to Drake with the kids with him. Bitch in him. That's a lot of bitch. Don't bitch hit him. That's a lot of bitch. Yeah, we talked about this in the lyrical breakdown. He got kids with him. My apologies. Ghetto child. He got kids with him, right? He's got Adonis with him, and he says kids with an S, right? He's not giving in to that. Just Drake only has one theory. Some bitch in him. That's a lot of bitch. Don't hit him. He got kids with him. My apologies. Ghetto. That's a Detroit Pistons hat, but that's a very specific shot. That's a very, very specific shot right there. Candlelight vigil. Nate Dogg, rest in peace. There's more to this vigil. What movie is that? West Coast movies. West Coast movies. We already did Do the Right Thing. It's not Friday. Menace to Society. That's Kane. That's Kane right before Kane gets lit up with the boy. That's the boy on the big wheeler. I would put money that's the same look. You know, I'm going to find that one too. Print it. Print it. Absolutely. Right before he gets lit up. So he's got another vigil to that. More LA references. Come on. Some whole other politics. Man! Some bitch in him. That's a lot of bitch. Don't hit him. He got kids with him. My apologies. Ghetto child. He was Blackie Miles with the Smirnoff. He high. We outside. Boy, they about to kill him off. Blaps on blaps. It's a fact. This a brick or all. Tell me why the fuck you niggas rap if it's fictional. What's the kid doing? Is the kid the one moving the hydraulics? Obviously, again, lowrider, hydraulics, pit bulls. It's LA, baby. Tell me why the fuck you niggas. Oh, she did. If you criminal, ain't dot. Can I get a drop? I'm like nigga, nah. Boom, from the west side to Senegal. It's a full moon. Let the wolves out. I've been a dog. I feel good. Get the fuck out my face. Look good, but she don't got no ties. I walk in, walk out. That's not Black. I thought Black Jesus originally, but no, that's Isaac Hayes. That's Black Moses. And that picture, where have I seen that picture before? I feel like, shout out my boy John the Unlimited, right? My best friend growing up. I feel like I've seen that. His mom had that hung up in her house, man. I wouldn't be surprised if that's just more like references to the culture.
Feel good, get the fuck out my face. Look good, but she don't got no ties. I walk in, walk out with the side.
Yeah, there is, because he's got the Black Panther. Obviously, shout out to the Black Panthers on the left.
Man, don't let me know.
So many layers.
Squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble
Compton
up,
Christmas Parade.
Squabble up, squabble up.
Compton Christmas Parade. Is that a teaser? Is that foreshadowing of things to come?
Squabble up, squabble up,
Something gonna go down at the Christmas parade? I feel like it's about to be lit.
squabble up.
Directed by Call-O-Matic. Bro, what a video. What a video. I mean, it's the epitome to me of less is more. You don't have to have a huge production. You don't have to have this huge budget and so many different scenes and costume changes. Kendrick's in the same fit the whole time, right? He's just dancing around in this video. And then you just add just little Easter eggs. But for me, it's that nostalgic shout out. It feels like an 80s LA house party. That's the best way that I could put it. And then you just have the different iconic West Coast movie references, different iconic West Coast artists that he's showing love to through the music, West Coast dances, the hyphy movement, bringing together of the different gangs, of the Bloods and the Crips. All of it, just sort of this melting pot and celebration of the culture, even the Pan-African flags as well, the African-American flags, everything, the Marcus Garvey, the Black Panther. It's just, there's so much there showing you what he represents, what his music stands for, and giving you that heartbeat and that soul and that education to it all. Kendrick Lamar, you were Knox Hill certified. Hope you guys liked today's video. Listen, if you're here at the end, obviously enjoy the content. Look, I am still working through this album. I got more tracks coming. You don't want to miss these drops. If you like the way that I think about music and break stuff down, trust me, come check out these breakdowns of this album. I am doing it justice. Subscribe, notifications on. I'll catch you guys again soon.